This LS Evolve series is brought to you by Keystone Technologies. In this case, their XFit outdoor fixtures. This is a full-featured, comprehensive line of LEDs for outdoors. That's KeystoneTech.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Art Huschin. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about lighting and CPTED and how it applies to certain spaces. Now, we've seen a lot of best practices over time, following so many foot candles, following, for example, uniformity. But in CPTED, we take this mindset of lighting what you need. So we try to light the areas that we're going to be using. Again, that comes back to human activity. And that lighting, we kind of have a mantra under CPTED that from the basic class, the minute we have students coming for the training, especially on the lighting section, we always tell them, make this part of your verbiage. Pedestrian scale lighting, cutoff fixture, white light source. That's going to cover about 80 to 90% of the issues you're going to be dealing with, especially in the field that we're in. Community enrichment, public space, people coming through. The lighting professional can deal with that other 20% or 10%. We just want to have a basic we can follow. Uniformity is so key. We want to, and again, working with our students, participants, we want to spread that light out as evenly as we can, and we want to control it. But if we just take this into consideration, pedestrian scale, white light source, cutoff fixture, and follow the strategy of lighting where we need it, I think that's going to really get us in the right direction when we try to have lighting standards. A question we get asked a lot when we're working with residents and business owners is, should I leave my lights on at night? That's the first thing we hear constantly. Is it too much light? Should I go with a motion sensor? Again, so I'm not shining my lights in my neighbor's property, commercial property. And in many cases, we say, yes, that's a good strategy to follow. If it's something you're going to do, we always refer them back to a lighting professional to talk about what type of fixture they would like to use for that site. Now, when I work with cities, for example, what we might do under their lighting initiative for a parking garage, I don't need that parking garage lit 100% 24 hours a day. Now, I do need it during certain hours if that establishment runs from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Through control, I can drop that lighting by 50% or 25%. Just give security and police enough light to see what's taking place in there. And if they see something that isn't the norm, they can respond to that. I've seen where the National Park Service and a few other groups go with motion activation lighting too for some of the trail systems, where if no one's using the space, that lighting drops by 50 to 75%. You can still see the trail. So as you move through that, it illuminates the space in front of you up to 30 feet so you can see the path that you're taking. You look behind you, is anyone following me? And all of a sudden you see lighting behind you turning on. That's a good sign that someone's following you. So again, use it as a strategy for that. But most people I work with don't understand fully how lighting can really enhance that space, especially when you get into some of your timers, again, using some of the technology. So we always encourage them, talk to your local utility company, talk to that lighting professional, and find out what works best for you. Lighting is one of the many strategies we look at, but it's much more than that. I've got to include that human element. I have to include good design. I have to include placemaking strategies, tactical urbanism. And as long as I bring all those into play, lighting plays that role as well. It's one of many tools that CPTED practitioners have that they can use from that toolbox to improve quality of life and really design a space that people feel comfortable in and they'll keep using for over an extended period of time. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to all of you and talk about CPTED. I'm very passionate about it. Yet I really try to promote it. I've been involved with this since the 90s, and I really feel it has a positive impact on community safety and pride. Not only that, but economic development and just how we use the space.